Hi, my name is Inday Kalasag, and I'm gonna be playing No Case Should Remain Unsolved. I realized I was a jellyfish. Okay, interesting. Interesting realization. I spent the past 70 years simply drifting through life with no heading in particular, blindly stinging everyone I encountered. Can you see it too? The people I tried to embrace, I only ended up hurting. Everywhere I went, I left nothing but ruin. So that's it. That's what I am. A jellyfish floating across the sea. I don't even remember why I once became a police detective. Look over there at that family, weeping for their lost child. Have I ever done anything to wipe away their tears? A police station is a crucible of pain and grief. So why did I choose to enter that institution? Why did I think I could somehow offer people solace and hope? Maybe I was simply being selfish. Maybe I became a detective just so I could belong somewhere. I should stop now. I should stop wondering with nothing but regret on my lips. That's it then, the first good thing I'll ever have done for anyone. Everyone, I'm sorry for everything. What are you talking about? Madam! Madam! Miss Jeongyeong? Who are you? Remember that little girl? Choi Soo-won? Choi Soo-won? I might be butchering some names, but I'm sorry in advance. The girl who went missing? That's right, ma'am. Do you know what happened to that girl you brought back? Thanks to you, her family found peace. Do their lives look ruined to you? The doctor says my mind is like an old library without an index. I'm sorry, but I have no idea who you are. I see you're in uniform, so you couldn't be Soo-won's ghost. From the way you bring up my forgotten failure, I can only assume you're here to deliver judgment. Ma'am, I'm not here to judge you. I only want to tell you about the life you lived. Your Honor, you already know what happened. I never brought Soo-won home. The case ended the way her father, Choi, wanted. She disappeared forever, completely out of her mother's reach. Okay, what does this do? Choi Dong-gyun is the father. You mean you've already filed a missing persons case? Soo-won's officially registered as a missing person then? Then please, that's good enough, detective. I'm begging you, please don't look for my daughter anymore. Stop asking where she is. Stop asking where she is. Keep her completely out of her mother's reach. Let her just live life somewhere. Just say that she went out to the playground like she always did and vanished. That's all. A perfect crime with no witnesses, no suspects. So please, please leave this case unsolved. I'll do anything, please. I beg of you. That's kind of sad. So that's how you remember it? This was the last case I took before I resigned from the missing persons team. See how relieved I looked after what Choi said? That man knew. If we wanted to close the case and move on, we needed a good excuse. That my refusal was only customary, a front to cover up my cowardice. Ma'am, history is that certainty produced at the point where the imperfections of memory meet the inadequacies of documentation. Okay, I read it. but I didn't understand it, so I'm just gonna read it one more time with my brain. History is that certainty produced. History is that certainty produced at the point where the imperfections of memory. Okay, that doesn't make sense to me. It means you just don't get it. Can you remember the beginning and the end of the case? Let me help you weave together the threads connecting the start to the finish. I think C1's mother called me to report the girl missing. Yes, I remember now. She said C1 disappeared from the playground. Calm down, ma'am. Who am I speaking to again? Detective John Kyung, yes? Do you remember me? You came to check on C1 the other day. I asked you not to ring the doorbell. Please tell me you remember. Detective, I'm scared. Please hurry. She's gone. C1 is gone. She was just at the playground. When did you last see her at the playground? Exactly 3:33 in the afternoon. Detective, she disappeared 3 hours ago. We've looked everywhere. A 7-year-old girl could have gone alone. What do we do now? I'm trying not to panic, but the worst is all that comes to mind. Why is she turning herself in? So this is C1's mother. Choi is suspicious though, right? Don't you guys think so? Am I the only one? This is the ex-English teacher. You're turning yourself in? Yes, I would like to surrender to the police. I am responsible. A little girl went missing from the playground, didn't she? 3 days ago. She was with me. I took her away. I'm sorry, it's all my fault. I did it because I needed the money. I'm sorry. What do you mean it's all your responsibility? Detective, the truth is, she's dead. C1 is dead. She's been dead all this time. What? Your Honor, that's all I remember about the case. Now I understood why you've come to me here at the final crossroads. Why you want me to remember the beginning and the end. You're the gatekeeper of time and space. I had put it completely out of my mind. Was I trying to forget those memories because I felt guilty? The man who took her turned himself in, but I pretended it never happened. And the girl, she was already dead, but I pretended not to know. I'm sorry. Someone like me doesn't deserve peace. Ma'am, it's all right. Don't be afraid. I don't care what you want to call me, but you have to know that this isn't the end of the road. You're not bound for hell or purgatory. Now think back. C1 disappeared from the playground, right? Try to recall everything you can about the location. I can see more fragments now. I see them. But they're so faint, like scars faded with age. No, you're doing great. Once you've brought up the fragments, try connecting them together. Build a chain of recollections. Even a dried out ravine can be a river again when the waters return. I'm trying to be a river. Ooh, okay, playground. It's all right. Ooh, we have 3 leads. And also, I think I need my glasses. Where are my glasses? Damn it. C1's mother? Okay. Was there anything unusual about C1's activities today? No, it was all business as usual. She goes to kindergarten on weekdays and we go to the playground on weekends as a family. We have 2 playgrounds in the condo complex. Normally, we alternate between them. I go along sometimes, but one of them isn't wheelchair accessible, so Yi-jung has to take the kids on her own. Wait, recently they've only been going to that one playground. Yi-jung said the kids asked to go there today too. If only they'd gone to the other playground. On the way back, they sometimes drop by the stationery store near the complex entrance. There are words here that have an underscore in between them. Are they important? The place is called Apollo. Siwon loves getting candy there. I will see you in a bit, okay? Don't have to answer if you don't want to. Oh. I can't yet, it seems. Let's You don't have to answer if you don't want to, but try to think about it, okay? See if you can remember someone you didn't usually see at the playground. I heard you were all together there. Okay. Siwon, your mother and you too, Myung-ho. Yeah, we were all together. Talk to her anymore. That's weird. Did you see any suspicious individuals when you went to pick up C1 or anything out of the ordinary? It's exactly as my daughter said. I was so sure C1 would be at the playground, but when I got there I didn't see her, so I assumed my daughter took her along. Then my daughter came downstairs and looked at me with her eyes wide, and I thought, oh no, Detective, I think you might be making a mountain out of a molehill. I don't know if my daughter told you, but Siwon goes alone to places all the time. My daughter worries easily, but mark my words, the girl always wanders back in time for dinner. Please don't worry about it. I'll have a stern word with my daughter. Honestly, I can't believe she's gone and called you. Okay, I'm confused. Think back to the testimonies about the playground. Who do you think those people were? People. These testimonies were all from one person. Weren't they? Ma'am, life is a bit like a jigsaw puzzle, isn't it? Oh. Who's Yu-jung? Your memories are scrambled and misaligned, but each fragment, each moment connects with another. Look at the connections closely and you'll figure out where the pieces belong. Who said these things and in what order? And then what? What does that change? Who knows? Maybe if you can connect enough pieces, you might discover a key. A key that unlocks the face of the person putting the puzzle back together. Okay, so I'm assuming somebody is Yu-jung. Shin Yu-jung must be the daughter. Okay, wait. all business as usual. She goes to kindergarten on weekdays, and we go to the playground on weekends. Weekdays kindergarten, playground weekends. Yijong is somebody else. They've only been going to that one playground. Dad, I'm judging you for not going with the kids. Were you working? I don't know. Stationery store. There's an Apollo. She loves getting candy. Not gonna change that. Detective Jeon Gyung, do you remember me? You came to check. I asked you not to ring the doorbell. Please tell me you remember. Detective, I'm scared. She's gone. Okay. So, she's saying that Siwon's mother is saying that we've been to this house before. Before her daughter went missing. She's gone. We've checked on her before when she was still here. Exactly. Okay, detective, she disappeared 3 hours ago. We've looked everywhere. A 7-year-old girl could have gone alone. Okay. But the worst is all that comes to mind. Siwon, your mother, and you two, Myung-ho. Myung-ho is the sister. This is somebody else. This could be like... I don't know if my daughter told you. I feel like this is a grandfather or something. Siwon's brother. I don't know who you are. What does that mean, goes alone? What does that mean? Does Siwon have any favorite places near the playground? Somewhere she might have wandered off on her own. Wandered off? She didn't stroll away somewhere. She's been kidnapped. All possibilities are on the table. As if. Get off your chairs and do something. We're running out of time here. Mobilize the force. Get those cruisers on the street. Anything. TikTok detective, who knows what they're doing to her, and you're sitting here asking where she's gone on her own. Damn it. Damn it. I'm sorry, detective. I know you're doing everything you can. Mom, we are doing everything we can. Okay. Whoa. It's a nice chill storm outside. With a nice detective game here. This is Choi. I still don't know who Yijong is. Can you tell me anything about Siwon's life at kindergarten? I have already explained everything to the other officers on the phone, detective. Is she still missing? How could someone take her away in broad daylight in the middle of a condo complex? I heard her mother and brother were with her. They didn't see anything. Her mother and brother were with her. Her mother and brother... Why is he referring to his wife as mother? Not wife. I don't know if this will help, but well, you asked me to tell you anything, so I guess I will. Siwon is always optimistic and cheerful. She started at Eden last year, and I was surprised that she never shied away from any of us teachers. At first, I just took her for a friendly child. Then I realized that her brother came to pick her up instead of her mother, but she never asked where her mother was. No, No, that's a problem. Not at all. That's not a problem. But, well, how should I put this? I suppose I've never seen her cry or get angry or even frown, so I always feel like I want to keep a closer eye on her. Make sure she's okay. She's going to need a lot of attention and guidance. She's so cheerful and bright, but in a strangely fragile way. Does that make sense? Okay, you, sir, you are a teacher. I think so. Yujong. Who the hell is Yujong? Brother. I still don't know who this woman is. Okay, I'm just, okay. Let's see here. Honestly, I'm just here for the drama. But also the mystery. Did you happen to see this boy when you went to the playgrounds to find C1? Why is this too bright? Did you happen to see this boy when you went to the playgrounds to find C1? I saw that, you know that playground near the stationery store, right? I saw that boy a few days ago. He went from the playground straight to the store. I remember wondering why C1 was sticking so close to that boy. Why do you ask, detective? Does this boy have something to do with the case? Interesting. I need a key to unlock this conversation. Okay. Has C1 ever wandered off alone? Is that really possible? Detective, I think it might be my fault she's gone. I was in the hospital for a long time after I had C1. I couldn't care for her because I was bedridden. But since we both spent so much time looking up at the hospital ceiling, I thought I might be able to understand her better. Now, though, I'm not so sure. Do you think she resents me? Is that why she won't call me mom? Is that why she's always so hard to find? I have to scour all the playgrounds to find her. Okay, so this is this woman. Okay, so she's always at the hospital, that's why. Let's see, what's up with that hospital? Wow. What is this? Okay, let's open this one. Oh my god, that's such a cute graphic. C1 was born at 23 weeks. She weighed less than 700 grams. What is 23 weeks? That's like less than 5 months. That's a tiny baby. Her mother had just come out of the C-section and was about to be transferred to the ICU with the baby, but the nurse called me. It was only for a few seconds, but she let me see C1. C1 reminded me of Thumbelina, a fragile, precious little princess nestled in a bright red flower. She was so light I could barely feel her in my arms. I was scared she might float away if I so much as breathed in her direction. The nurse told me to have a look, but I didn't know how. I could barely see through my tears. I couldn't even get a proper look at my precious baby girl. And then, the first thing I did after that confusing meeting, I registered her birth. I sprinted straight from the hospital to the city hall registration desk. I didn't stop to catch my breath. Then I wrote down her name, Seo Won. That's Seo for rhinoceros and Won for origin. It's an unusual name, I know. At the time, I was thinking of the old saying about marching forward like the lone horn of the rhino. I thought of that strength. I put all my weight into each stroke of the pen, every last one, hoping that the fragile piece of paper might help her somehow, that it might help root her to life, like a powerful anchor that kept her moored to us. This is the daddy, pretty sure. Okay, gotta dig into that guy. No, I don't want to do that. What I'm gonna do is... What does this mean? Hello, madam. Senior Inspector Jong-gyung from Hamyang Police Station. You would be Siwon's mother, correct? I'm just here to see Siwon, if that's all right. Wait a minute. So we're visiting her before she was lost. Oh my gosh, you scared me, detective. I was expecting the delivery man. Could you please knock instead of ringing the doorbell next time? My daughter is taking a nap. She dozed off in front of the TV while I was washing the rice. I just tucked her in. Come inside. Fast asleep, see? Oh, I suppose you can't really tell under that blanket. She must be tired, the poor thing. Siwon and I were out and about all day yesterday. She slept in this morning too. I swear, kids grow up so fast. She's gotten so much taller that barely anything fits anymore. I had to do all her shopping at once. The first day of school is only a month away and there's so much to buy. Oh, I hope she wakes up soon so we can eat and get her uniform fitted. I'm sorry, detective. You might have to wait a while before she wakes up. So, what brings you here? This is suspicious. Did we ever see the child? Did we ever see the child during that meeting? Ma'am? You are my number one suspect right now. We've received testimony that Siwon is a regular at your stationery store. Did anyone from her family drop in today or Siwon herself on her own? Oh, this is somebody else. Today? No, not Siwon, and not her brother either. May I ask what the police want with him? You're not the first to come looking for her today. Is this about Myung-ho's mother? The thing is, Myung-ho's only been coming with Siwon these days. He used to come with his mother all the time when he was younger, but I haven't seen her in quite a while. Is she doing all right? Is there a stepmom? What is happening? Myung-ho? Who is this woman? Oh, this is the brother. And then this guy is somebody else. We don't know who that is yet. Taller. What does this mean? Thank you for telling me, Myung-ho. I heard you're in 5th grade at elementary school. With your height, I bet the girls won't leave you alone. You're very tall for your age. Is it because you take after your mom? I take after her? Am I really like her? That is suspicious. Suspicious. This is... Actually, this is not Choi. This is... Oh, yes. Oh, wait. What is that? Surrender. I don't know, actually. Okay, so we have a bunch of stuff down here that we cannot open. Oh, we can. Oh, but I have... Oh, okay. Surrender, lie, police. Okay, so I have to, like, find stuff. Okay. I see your mother has contacted you. It's exactly as you heard. Will you be coming to the police station together? That man was never one for prayer. No matter how deep you dug, he said the spade would never know the smell of the earth. He refused to pray even once as our baby lay sick in the hospital. That's why he doesn't understand. That prayer is the reason we've been so blessed. And all he ever did was get angry that he couldn't change anything with his own abilities. You said he turned himself in? If he really did take her, maybe it was because he couldn't afford child support payments. He's been complaining since last summer about how he was having a hard time keeping up with the payment schedule. I told him this was a critical time in Sion's life, that he had to get his act together. We may be divorced, but he's still her father. Even now, I suppose he's still trying to change things himself, even without trying to pray. Interesting. This is... That man was never one for prayer. Claims to be the culprit behind the disappearance. Siwon's father has surrendered himself to us. No, detective, you can't. Don't believe a word of what he says. I'll be at the station immediately. Everything he says is a lie. It was me. I made him do it. It's all my fault. I'll be right there, detective. Don't you listen to anything he tells you. It's all my responsibility. Oh my god. Choi, what did you do? Hurt. I have to unlock hurt. Lie, what about that? Playground? Lie. And unlock another conversation. Okay, let's try to unlock some more conversations here. Okay, let's do... Dude, why did you bring me all the way here? Let's do elementary school. Whoa, that's a lot. And this one too. You received the notice from the school board, correct? It says in our files that she didn't attend pre-entrance day. I'm just here to check in and make sure everything is all right. The world's a dangerous place these days. I've been told City Hall personnel have spoken with Siwon's grandmother already, but I just wanted to be sure. Is Siwon all right? Of course she is, detective. You must have your hands full checking up on every absence in the district. You'll see once she wakes up, Siwon's healthy as a horse now. She'll have no trouble going to school. All that time in the hospital was tough on her, but she's grown up so strong and I'm proud of her. Siwon's been no end of trouble since I was pregnant with her. I think she takes after her father. She was born premature. The doctor scared us every time we went in for a checkup. About how one thing could go wrong and then something else and on and on. I don't remember how many waivers and consent forms I had to sign. But I always knew she'd be alright, how those little hands were going to get bigger and stronger one day. No need to worry, I'm taking very good care of her. Siwon's father and I are no longer together, but my mother and I are doing our best to give her everything she needs. And I'll make sure she comes out to the first day of school. Thank you for checking in. And I think the rice is ready. Would you like to join us for food, detective? Okay, interesting. So this is okay. Choi. What am I doing? This is Siwon's mother. And then I would like to bring this so I got that correctly. Thank you! I have poutine. Poutine, yeah. Yeah. Could you tell me now what happened when you last saw Siwon? We always used to buy Siwon candy from the stationery store on the way home. But we didn't buy her candy recently because Auntie doesn't come out with us anymore. I told Siwon to stay where she was and went to the stationery store I ran right over. The store is just up the steps over the fence. It's really quick, I swear. I was only there for a bit and I ran back, but she wasn't there. I called her name like, Siwon! She didn't come, only Auntie did. I started crying and Auntie said I shouldn't tell anyone she wasn't with us. She told me not to say anything at all. Just like that monkey we saw at the temple. Auntie? Okay. Oh, wait, I haven't. Okay, stationery store, let's do this. We already have it. Okay. Nothing here really. Is there any other conversation? Ooh, I saw a phone call. Candy lie time. I haven't seen time yet. What is this surrendered? Ah, we still need hurt. Ooh, I'm running out. Hospital. Oh. Death. Auntie. Oh, 3 hours. Here it is. I want to ask that question too. How do you remember the time so precisely? My phone's call history. I never leave the children alone when we're out together. But then I got a phone call. I don't usually get calls in the afternoon. I think I panicked. The first thing that came to mind was that I had to pick up somewhere quiet so I could hear. So I ducked into the condo hallway. The call history is 5 minutes long, but she disappeared in less than that. I know because I looked up partway through the conversation and she was already gone. This is not her. This is somebody's mother. I would love to know what that is. Well, our office isn't exactly well staffed, so I'm the one doing most of the phone duties. Yujong, on the afternoon of the 3rd? Yujong, on the afternoon of the 3rd? Employees complain if we check in too often, so we don't usually do that, and there's not much to call about in the afternoon. Wait a second. I see, I did call, but it wasn't for anything special. There's going to be, what was it now, a Best Caregiver Award ceremony in a few days, so we asked if she could make it. Like, we have more than 100 caregivers working with us, but no one wanted to show. I think that was the gist of the call. I kind of regretted calling her. I mean, she's not the type to do that kind of company spirit event. You've talked to her, right? Can't even have a nice long chat. She's always cutting calls short, something about being too busy with the kids. Has she even come into the office recently? So what's all this about? I mean, as long as she's doing her job right, but a police visit, really? She's not exactly a slacker. What's going on here? So she... Yujong. This is somebody else. This is somebody else. Ooh, birthday. Okay. I can't do that yet. We have a caregiver. We have police visit. Let's clear this. City Hall, you said. That's right, Chief. How are you? I'm from Hamyong City Hall Administrative Office. It's that time of year. 4 kids slated to start school this year in your district didn't show up to pre-entrance today. I'm just calling for your cooperation. We spoke with all their families over the phone. They all said they were on vacations overseas or busy with other things, that sort of thing. I mean, elementary school classes haven't even started yet, so I'm going to report that everything looks fine. but we do have to make sure the paperwork is all there. We're working on the police assistance request forms right now. They'll say that local police station dispatch personnel to all absentees household for welfare checkups at the school board's request. That's pretty intense. Are those like high-risk kids? Imagine that, Chief. It's like a free bonus, and our compensation for external personnel requisition is pretty solid if you ask me. Once you get the form, send us your personal roster with their direct deposit information attached, and we'll take care of things on our end. I don't know who this is, really. Ah, I want to see that. Okay. So we received Oh, where's my game? We received testimony that you spoke on the phone with City Hall employee and told them C1 couldn't attend pre-entrance day for personal reasons. Do you live with your daughter? The pre-entrance day, What was it my daughter said now? A slight cold, I think. Yes, I remember now. I knew it was pre-entrance day, so I asked my daughter later how it went. I don't live with her, of course, but I'm in the area and drop in from time to time. It's just, I don't want to leave her alone for too long, spending all her time wallowing in misery. I do remember that I was visiting a few days ago when that City Hall employee called. He asked me the same thing you did, Detective. So I think I said that she was doing well, that I was taking perfect care of my granddaughter. Detective, this is ridiculous. It was just one missed pre-entrance day at school. What are you interrogating me for? Yeah, why are they taking it super seriously? Was it Choi? Okay. But how does Myung-ho feel? Let's do this. How does Myung-ho feel? It must have been a big change for him. Your station searched the park in the neighborhood, right, Detective? The one with the pond. The weeping willow trees by the water, they're lonely to look at. I took a stroll there last year with Myung-ho and Yoo-jung, and the trees reminded me of Myung-ho. He looks like he's at the mercy of the world sometimes, but the truth is, he's the most unyielding boy you'll meet. 4 children and adults too, I suppose. A death in the family is apparently like experiencing your universe collapse. Rebuilding from those ruins was a time-consuming journey. But I think Myung-ho's managed quite well in his own right. I don't know if you noticed, but there's something he always carries around, never leaves home without it. Who's Yoo-jung? Wait a minute. Okay, whatever. I found everything you need to do here. What? Yeah, why did he turn... Okay, fine. Well, I don't know. I don't know. Phone call. Stay on the line. I'm on my way. Could you tell me what happened? I got a call from my mother, C1's grandmother. She said, I'm at the store outside the condo complex and security called saying the fire alarm was going off in the house. A security guard went over to my mother's houses to check, but he couldn't open the door, so she asked me to go and open it for her. I chewed her out. She knew I couldn't bring C1 somewhere so dangerous. I told her to go herself. But she was so stubborn. Mom said she could get to the playground and pick up C1 faster than she could get home. So I should rush over to her house and make sure everything was fine at her place. Then she would be there soon. She said it made the most sense. She was going to wait for me with C1 outside the building. I went to Mom's house, and the security guard was there. I opened the door for him, and the place was filled with smoke. I don't know what she was cooking on that stove, but the pot was burnt black. The guard turned off the stove and opened the windows. But all I could think of was Siwon, how glad I was that I didn't bring her to such a dangerous place and that the fire didn't get any worse. I ran back into the elevator. It was only a few minutes, I swear. I found Mom waiting for me outside the building just like she promised. But when I asked her where Siwon was, she said, "I thought you took her with you." Detective, are you there yet? Are you here yet? Ah, that. Let's go back. Okay. You seem to know Siwon's family really well. You seem to know Siwon's family well. Myungho's family, I've seen them since the children were little. Must have been, say, 3 or 4 years now. When they first moved in, I was sure Myungho was close to finishing elementary school. He's tall for his age, and he's very quiet, that one. His mother was picking out supplies for younger kids, so I showed her to the shelves older children might like. She laughed and said he gets that a lot. Myungho is mature beyond his years, and I don't mean his looks. It's normal for kids his age to only think of themselves, but he's always hanging back and letting his sister spend all his pocket money. Okay, interesting. So he's good to his, whoever this is. I don't know who this is. Oh, this could be the caregiver. Hospital. Cry! I'm so grateful to her. I had no idea that she was keeping a close eye on Siwon. There's something Siwon always says to me. Mommy's the saddest person in the world. She never says that when her father is around, of course, but I think I understand what she means now. Siwon genuinely thinks that way. She couldn't handle it otherwise. That's why she refuses to cry, because then that makes her the saddest person instead of her mom. She couldn't handle it if she were the saddest person in the world, getting pity from everyone. That's probably how she sees it all. She's still so young. Children who are forced to grow up fast end up with better control of their emotions, and that breaks my heart. Somebody else's. Was that your son? Was your son still there? But Myungho, could you promise me that once you're ready, you'll talk to me? That's what a promise gives me, Myungho. Station alive. There's something here that's promised. Call playground. Was your son still there? I was under the impression that both children were at the playground. Myung-ho said he was with Siwon. The whole time, but that he had no idea where she'd gone. So I scolded him. You're not making any sense. I was so desperate that I was too harsh with him. Even though it's my fault Siwon disappeared, I failed them both. Please don't ask Myung-ho for information. He won't tell you anything. So he already admitted it. Well, I don't know what Myung-ho carries around. You lied. Okay, now I gotta find a lie. Time or candy? Time. Why did you lie? Ah, you're back, which means you're still searching, I take it. I tried to think of anyone suspicious I might have seen in the area, but before we do that... 150. Oh wait. I tried to think of anyone suspicious I might have seen in the area, but nothing. But the truth is, well, yes, Myung-ho was here. I'm sorry for lying to you. I didn't think it was important. Well, you see, I didn't want you to think badly of Myung-ho. He's a good boy at heart. I'm very sorry, I truly am. I should have told you up front. What time did he come to the store again? A little after 3:30, I believe. Well, nothing was out of the ordinary. He looked like he was in a rush, and when I asked, he only said he had to go back quick. He went straight to the usual candy shelf, picked out a bag. Whoa, an umbrella. So I assumed it was for Siwon. It's her favorite brand, you know, the pink candy that's so big your cheek puffs up like a squirrel. I told you before, Myung-ho is very mature for his years, but that day I saw him squatting in front of the greeting card shelf for a long time with the candy still in hand. Eventually he came up to the counter and paid for the candy, but he wouldn't look me in the eye. I thought it was strange, so I went over to check the shelf and, well, one of the cards was gone. I was disappointed in the boy, of course, made up my mind to give him a stern talking to, but at the same time, well, I felt sorry for him. I can only imagine what went through his mind when he was squatting there in front of that shelf. Okay, let's see. I think I found it. It's over here. see. Oh. The umbrella, you mean? That's right. Whether he's going to school or some outing, he's always got an umbrella in hand. It's been that way since my wife passed. There was something she always told the kids when she was in the hospital. She promised that she'd go ahead to heaven and watch over them from above. Myung-ho didn't say anything. All he did was sit in the distance and sigh, as I recall. I think he wanted to tell her there was no such thing as heaven, that if she wanted to watch over him, she should do it from earth. It wasn't long before she passed. I only noticed after some time that Myung-ho always took an umbrella with him when he left the house. And then I remembered the exact promise his mother made. I mean it, Myung-ho, how about this then? Since I won't be able to pick you up from school on rainy days, I'll ask God to stop the rain if you ever forget your umbrella. Wait. There you go. Oh, my gosh. Okay, I have a key. Yes, can we use a key to unlock this? Oh, okay. Have you contacted Siwon's father? I keep calling him, but he won't pick up. It's not out of the ordinary. We only meet for her birthdays. But this is an emergency. His own daughter is missing. Detective, I was texting him on that day you came from the police station. Siwon's always such a quiet girl, but she was chattering about how much happier she'd be if her father was here too. So I asked him if he'd come by and say hello, but he's heartless, that man. See, now you remember someone turned himself in. But you're still suspicious of Siwon's mother. Are you misremembering something? No, that's not it. My memories are hazy and out of order, but those were the exact conversations. Siwon's father clearly said, keep her completely out of her mother's reach. That's why he wanted to keep the case unsolved, and there was more testimony. Alright then, let's start by looking for reasons to suspect C1's mother. Your doubts about her will unveil more of your clouded memories. Because it's absolutely true that C1's mother is the reason the girl went missing. Oh my god! Detective, I'm scared. Please hurry. I took her away. Sorry, it's all my fault. Because I needed the money, so I always feel like I wanted to keep her close. Oh yeah, what about there's another one. Okay. This isn't your fault as much as it isn't Byung-ho's fault. I almost forgot to congratulate you. Happy birthday, Miss Shin. Today is your birthday, correct? I know this may not be the best time, but I think you should know. I paid a visit to the stationery store Myung-ho goes to for Siwon's candy, and I spotted this. Apparently, Myung-ho picked up Siwon's usual candy in a birthday card. The owner said he took a long time trying to decide which to get. I wonder why he'd get a birthday card of all things, but now I understand. Thank you. I always thought Myung-ho hated me. I wasn't trying to take his mother's place, but I assumed that's what he thought. How could I be so stupid? I should have known better, knowing how badly he'd been hurt. Detective, what happens to Siwon's mother now? Ooh. So that was stationery. And it had to happen on... Wait. Senior Inspector... Her birthday is 2012-25. 2012-25. What? Oh, shit. No? So Shin Ye-jong is... I don't know who this is. When did Siwon's mother leave you? We've been divorced for about 5 or 6 years. I'm a monster, aren't I? Abandoning my wife when she needs me most. But at the time, I thought it was all for the best. That we'd reach our limit. That we'd only hurt each other if we kept on living like this. That's what I told myself. When our eyes met, I would face the emptiness inside, and it was excruciating because I knew that void could never be filled. If only we could have cried it out together and kept each other going. But we struggled to help each other. We were making no progress at all. And one day, we realized that it hurt more to deal with our pain together than alone. So we chose to go our separate ways. That was our decision. To run from our wounds instead of confronting them. To let the blade drop on the guillotine. Alright, explain to me how you took Siwon. I was a junior high school English teacher all my career, ever since I finished teachers, college, and military service. But after the divorce, I quit my job at the school and started tutoring and doing cram school gigs. And while my income isn't particularly stable, I needed the money. I went to the playground intending to kidnap any child who seemed to be alone. I was there for more than 30 minutes and saw a little girl playing by herself for a long time, so I lied to her. 30 minutes? But once I brought her with me, I got scared. I didn't know how I would even ask her parents for a ransom. That's how it was. I was afraid and decided to stop, nothing more. Oh my god, what happened? Got tired of me pulling it. Sorry. This isn't supposed to be her. Oh my gosh, 5 or 6 years. I thought it was for the best. Okay. Phone call and divorce? Not phone. Okay. When was the last time you saw Siwon's father? Do you call him often? What's that man got to do with Siwon going missing? We cut off all contact years ago. The nerve of him walking out after what happened to the girl. Detective, what I mean is, Siwon was always sickly, but that man divorced my daughter, leaving her to care for the poor baby alone. But, well, he's not the sort of man who'd take her away from under her mother's nose. Please, it's nothing serious, detective, really. It's so weird because this woman also wants the father to get the child. I'm so confused. The details. So he was... Yeah. It's not either of this? Huh. Interesting. This is Joy. Yeah. I still don't understand the timeline here. Mr. Gang-sok? Kim Gang-sok is the culprit. I don't know. Do you really suspect him, detective? Even if he were in financial trouble, I don't think he would stoop that low. Instead, Detective, I'm not trying to defend Gang-sok, but I'm only telling you what I saw. There was a woman skulking around that playground, always hanging back. I thought she was suspicious because I kept running into her when I went around looking for C1. She was in her 30s or early 40s, a little on the tall side, maybe around 10 centimeters taller than me. She was always looking at the playground from afar, always behind the wall, behind the flower bed. You wouldn't see her unless you were really looking. But she could probably keep an eye on the kids at the playground if she really craned her neck. I saw her there, standing on her toes, trying to look over the wall. By the way, detective, what was the name of that girl Gang-sok confessed to talking? This was my conversation with Siwon's mother, right? Probably. I don't understand. She acts as if she knows the man who turned himself in and asks about her kidnapped daughter as if she's a stranger. Yes? It's frightening. Was she having a dissociative disorder? Ma'am, do you remember the things that made you stand on your toes? What does that have to do with anything? In my case, I only really understood on my toes for one reason. Affection. To keep my eyes on something or someone that I really cared about. Ma'am, you were on the force for nearly 30 years. This is the only case you left unsolved. Remember how you closed that file and placed it on the cabinet? Were you standing on your toes? Okay. So my hot take before I go, and resume, is first of all, I think I've seen a few moments where have a good night. Bye.